Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. The wonder is, not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there? You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
We do not fully understand all that is at work here.
No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Grab jump is ready. I love this part.
These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Human settlements throughout the galaxy could be at risk.
We are not stopping. Whatever lies at the end of this road will change humanity forever. This is where we belong.
You the runner? Boss is in the back.
Anyone who allows us just to walk into a space like this is very, very confident. Or, I suppose, very insecure. Are we impressed? Clearly that is the goal. I think... No, never mind. I am not impressed.
Welcome. May's message didn't exactly make it clear why you wanted to meet with me. If you're looking for work, my organization is always in need of pilots and security personnel, willing to take risks. You've heard of the First, I take it. I'm not just a member, I also help to fund the outfit through a network of independent traders. Of course, illicit goods are the most lucrative, so there is a constant need for skilled pilots. Ah, I see. You did well to find me. I'm not an easy man to locate. Though I suppose we haven't exactly been keeping a low profile lately. Given the nature of the contract, a degree of exposure was always a risk, but a calculated one. To be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a confrontation with the Rangers. Still, I confess, I'm a little disappointed that the Marshal sent a deputy instead of a full-fledged Ranger.
Tread carefully, Marco. You underestimate the deputy at your peril.
And who might you be?
Call me Andreja.
Welcome to my home, Andreja. If I may be so bold, you possess a certain mystique. It's a pleasure to have you here.
The feeling is not mutual, and I am not the one with whom you should be trying to curry favor, Marco.
Your deputy friend here could have a bright future, assuming we all keep our heads. To settle accounts. Major Hall served with distinction during the Colony War. But the leaders of the Free Star Collective, they turned on him. In his eyes, the Rangers are enforcers for a corrupt Council of Governors. That makes you his enemy. As for me, I didn't see any profit in nursing that grudge. I prefer to focus on the future. That's right. Major Hall spent 20 years in lockup nursing a grudge against the Free Star Collective. We all did. A lot of good men and women died for nothing because of those cowards you work for. You've chosen your side, and I've chosen mine. I'm not sure you are grasping the situation here, Deputy. You are on my ship, outnumbered by my guards, who killed you without hesitation. I'm a businessman. If you expect me to cooperate, I'm going to want something in return. I won't tell you everything. I do still have some loyalty to my unit. However, I can point you in the right direction. In exchange, I want the Rangers to let me operate with a free hand. Good. Then we are agreed.
An agreeable transaction, and bloodshed is avoided.
It'd be a shame if an encrypted slate like this one somehow got into the wrong hands. Wouldn't it? Now, before you complain, remember that all I promised was to point you in the right direction. You're free to stay as long as you like. It's not often I get to entertain such a distinguished guest.
What did you need?
first. Don't mess around.
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal. She's probably right. Hey there, Deputy. How goes the hunt for the first? Hey, sometimes doing things right means taking the necessary time, you know? If you ask me, I don't think they stand a chance. You're like an Ashta creeping silently through the high grass, waiting for your chance to pounce, and then boom! Down they'll go. So, did you get any more of those encrypted slates? Because, let me tell you, I am so close. Oh, come to Daddy, you sweet little piece of technology. You go stalk your prey and leave the rest to me, Deputy.
Might be hard work, but it sure beats living under the boot.
Come in, Deputy. Take a seat. While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked. Unfortunately, some didn't survive. Not really, no. We can't be everywhere at once. Right now, our best hope to stop them is you. It's worse. It's tragic. How's your investigation proceeding? That's assuming he finds something useful. Otherwise, you'll be no better off than when you started.
How can you be so critical when you have done nothing to help?
This is Freestar Ranger business. I'll thank you to stay out of it.
Let's move on. I asked the other Rangers to share their opinions of you, and there are some things I want to go over. We'll start with Ranger Callow in Hopetown. She was grateful for your timely arrival, and impressed you had the guts to take on those pirates. Nia says you were respectful with Ron Hope and didn't push too hard. That shows me you were listening when I said to go easy on him. I can understand that. He can be uncompromising, but he looks after his people.
Let's continue. We got a detailed report from Ranger Price about your recent visit to Neon. He said you took on a syndicate loan shark to help an informant. You played the hand you had. It was a sensible and practical trade. Just make sure any favors you trade in the future don't require you to step outside the law.
You got results, and that's what matters most. Price was impressed by that. Said you really took the initiative.
Ranger McMillan praised what she called your uncommon bravery and dedication. She said you took on the Red Mile so you could get a meeting with Marco Graziani. Putting the lives of others ahead of our own comes with the job. I'm sure it was a tough call, but I think it was the right one.
So what happened with Marco? I doubt he gave you that slate out of the kindness of his heart. I'll take your word for it. But that also means it's your responsibility to make sure he keeps his nose clean. What about Maya Cruz? Her loyalty to Hull and the 1st Cavalry was stronger than most. I guess I'd want the same thing if I were in her place.
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex. We're in a meeting here.
I know, but this is important. I've done it. I've cracked the encryption on the slates. Now, I don't know exactly where the First are headquartered, but there are references to a place called the Factory.
The Factory? That was our nickname for the main facility where the mechs were manufactured.
Under the terms of the peace treaty, they shut all the mech factories down right after the war.
But they didn't destroy them. At least not all of them. Never saw it myself, but I know it's a large facility, mostly underground. If the First are occupying it, they'll probably have set up defensive positions throughout the complex. Then you'd better go prepared for a fight. These are experienced mercenaries we're talking about. The Factory was on Arcturus 2. Make sure you come back alive, Deputy.
If the Marshal's right, you could encounter serious resistance. Be prepared.
Better this than being some dust wrangler on Montara Luna.
I have sacrificed much to be where I am now. And I'm starting to wonder if it has been worth it. Doubts have never been something I would consider. I have told you that I am not one to discuss my past. And yet, I would not presume to think we have had similar experiences. I would hope you would do the same. I promised to provide for my family. That meant working with smugglers to procure supplies we could not acquire any other way. I have spent my adult life away from my home, jumping from one planet to the next, living in dangerous conditions, often surrounded by violence. It certainly influenced the way I see the universe. I was convinced from the beginning that it was unwise to let anyone get too close. I had, maybe not quite friends, but people I cared about. Yet there was always a distance I could not reach across. I often find other people complicated and confusing. It seemed easier to not become attached, especially when circumstances meant I might never see them again, with no warning. Until now, I have disagreed strongly with that idea. But therein lies my concern. What I am trying to say is that I now wonder whether it has been the right decision to distance myself from others. Huh. I suppose this is true. Thank you for listening to me. These are not easy conversations for me.
Deploy fractures down. Ground charge has been compromised.
Direct hit to their grav drive. Taking out our grav jump. Engines are flying. We on adrift.
Grab drivers out for now.
Engine system offline. We are an easy target. Never had a chance.
Targets.
We've lost the grav drive. Need to repair it.
Enemy spotted. They took out our jump engine. Captain, grav drive's repaired.
Hell yeah! Let's go!
Gonna add you to my kill list. We've lost grav jump.
Our engine's
Propulsion is
offline.
down. Too much damage to the engines. We can't send power to the shields.
Nailed their grav drive.
Shield system restored.
Grav drive is functional.
Already got him bracketed. Nothing personal, but I'm out.
Target's Grav drive is down.
Jump drive down.
You may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally. Leave it to humans to find inventive new ways to kill each other. At least they realized these mechs were a step too far. Whoever laid claim to this place seems to be long gone.
Marshal Blake must be getting desperate sending a lone deputy out here. But I'll give credit where it's due. You're a hell of a pilot. If you came here seeking justice, it's waiting for you inside.
You can't hope to
win. You're not walking out of here. You die today. Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
I'm a man of action. I've got no use for lies. So when I tell you that you're being manipulated, you know I'm telling the truth. You think the Council of Governors really cares about anything but themselves? They're greedy and corrupt. You're a tool in the hands of the unworthy, just like I once was. I was loyal. I followed orders, and I led good men and women to their deaths. I'll carry the stain of that dishonor to my grave.
Gotta bury you, scab!
You cannot beat me! Where have they gone?
Cowards.
No chance!
What the?
You're not walking out of here.
You should have given up!
Is that the best you can do? Good one. I will have your head.
First is a death sentence!
greatest fighting force the Freestar Collective has ever seen. At the Battle of Nira, the 1st Cavalry was destroyed. Why? Because the generals got scared and asked for a truce. I've got no sympathy for cowards, or for the people who put them in power. I've also got no sympathy for those who do their bidding. And this means you.
You got no chance!
Grenade in the air!
Winner takes all this diff race, is it not? You might wish to lighten your load. One is less likely to survive an ambush when one is weighed down with whatever all that is.
Hell yeah! Let's go!
Oh, God. Focus. You're not walking out of here. Is that the best you can do? God! Oh, God! It hurts!